A letter to Dr. King. Dear Dr. King, happy birthday. If you are still with us in this partial barren land of opportunity, you will be 82 years young. Your limbs may not be strong enough to march the streets of these violent-filled neighborhoods, but your voice would have still been heard. A lot has changed since you left us on that cool evening in April of 1968 on that balcony. More people appreciated what you did on this earth than despised the things that you did while you were on this earth. In your vision, you did not see black or white. You just wanted people to be treated fairly. While it was all said and done, our skin tones might be different, but we all bled red blood and deserve the same chances in life. I never had the pleasure to shake your hand, listen to one of your many speeches live, or attempt to walk the crooked path of hatred with you, but I appreciate everything you did to begin the changes that have taken place today. My sincerest appreciation for you and your tenacity, despite all of the hell you went through. There is no other way to describe it. I'm not sure that our current leaders today encompass the same values that you instilled. Violence was not an option. You heavily read the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi, Leo Tolstoy, and Henry David Thoreau, in addition to the mentored backings of Bayard Rustin, Hosea Williams, and Howard Thurman. My question is, if you were around today, could you still practice what you preach? When your daughter Yolanda was 10 weeks old and your wife Coretta were at home, the place that you laid your head at night was bombed. No one was hurt, and you did not try to hurt anyone. Later on, your message was being heard by small-minded people who refused to step outside the idiosyncrasies of the status quo. Someone released a shotgun blast into your home. No one again was hurt, and you did not try to hurt anyone. As a rapper that you did not have the pleasure of hearing his rhymes by the name of Jay-Z said, you got the dirt off your shoulders, and you moved on with your God-appointed mission. Remember when you were in Harlem at that apartment store, and the sister by the name of Isola Ware Curry asked you if you were Martin Luther King Jr.? You responded yes, and she stabbed you with a letter opener. You went to the hospital, and the doctor said that if you would sneeze, you would have died. I, too, like the little girl who sent you that letter, was glad that you did not sneeze. How about the time that you went to support your brother in the struggle, Ralph Abernathy, in the racist-ridden town of Montgomery, Alabama, but you were refused full-body entry into the courtroom? You were able to stick your head into the courtroom so that Ralph could at least see you made it. But the two cops brutalized you while leaving the court and finished the attack while they threw you in jail with your tan suit, gold watch, and fedora. Even in the midst of wrongdoing, you looked sharp and kept your peace. Remember at your SCLC convention how that man attacked you on stage? You never struck back, and you pleaded with security not to hurt him. You did not press charges on the man. Instead, you asked your fellow conventionists for their assistance and prayer for the individual. The day of your death, you delivered that speech in Memphis, Tennessee, referring back to if I had sneezed. How would you have not been around? Many words that left your courage-laced tongue deaf with death. My granny would always say, your time come, you gotta go. You knew it was your time, and indeed you might have not been ready, but you knew you had to go. I knew you felt you had so much more to do to get us where you thought we should be. I tell you this, I know that the race relations in this melting pot we call America would have blended more smoothly if you had not left us. Nevertheless, you had a team of people who would continue on your legacy. You left us with these great words. Well, I don't know what will happen. We've all got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop, and I don't mind like anybody. I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place, but I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will, and He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as people will get to that promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord, by the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Would you have been able to keep your peace on that Sunday if you were preaching at Ebenezer Baptist Church, right before altar call after you preached that soul-touching sermon, as your mother Alberta King was playing the Lord's Prayer on the organ in the church that you and your father preached at, when Marcus Chenault gunned her and Deacon Boykin down while wounding another? Your mentor Howard Thurman asked Gandhi what message he should take back to the United States after a visit with him. Gandhi said he regretted not having made nonviolence more visible as a practice worldwide, and suggested some African American men would have succeeded where he had failed. Now, Dr. King, I regret the fact that more individuals all over the world have not learned from your great accomplishments. I was able to attend schools where I have friends of German, Asian, and Caucasian descent. I was able to attend colleges I could not even look at had you had not taken a stand. I am able to teach people of all races in one classroom where they borrow each other's pencils and laugh at their own mistakes. Well done, faithful servant. I'm not sure you're looking down on us today, And I see that Obama's in the office. A woman ran for presidency. People of all races are in prominent positions. They own their own businesses, live in virtually any neighborhood they want. I pray that God will give us more people the heart they gave you, the vision that he gave you, but more importantly, the understanding and courage. If I'm able to use my gullah lingua for a second, we ain't where we want to be, but thank God we ain't where we used to be. Happy birthday, Dr. King. God bless. Geechie 101 by the Authentic Geechie Gurl.